Just doing some playing for you guys. Let me start with something fresh. Let's see. I just have to go to a different mode, like this. Yes. Now I'm a D. Yes. Hello people, hello. So, yeah, I was in the mood to do another live stream for you guys. So, yeah, just starting it up. And you just heard Shoreline from my debut solo album. But the new recorded version from 2021 actually. So it came out. So yeah, and that was really the version with real drums and everything. So the guitars normally tuned in standard tuning, but with the whammy I made it down to D so I could play this song. So that's the good thing. I have my normal pedal board also here. So my FM9 is laying on the floor. Next to it I have a little board that I use also live. And it has this great phaser that I like. Like this Eddie Van Halen Phase 90. And I have this Freak Out, which I really dig. Like makes a little bit of these feedback kind of sounds, which I really dig. So yeah, this is my pedal board that I have next to it. And there's also my wireless that I use live, which I'm not using at the moment, just normal cable now. But of course I'm in my studio, so that's not needed now, you know. So that's the reason. All right, gonna play something else for you. This is a cover. A cover I did on the Resurrection album. You might recognize it. So, The Lonely Shepherds. Beautiful track. I really dig that song. From James Last, of course. Normally on a pan flute. And I just made a guitar version of that. I really loved always that track. And that was always one of my favorites. instrumental tunes when I was younger as a kid. Reminded me, of course, of my parents, stuff like this. So yeah, of course I had to cover this, and especially this one was for the dad of my girlfriend, because he passed away just before he could hear this version, and it was also his favorite song. So I dedicate it to Tanya's dad. Yeah. Yeah, that's stuff that you don't forget, of course, and it took time for me also to be able to play this again live, because of course I recorded it in 23 for Resurrection, but then to play it, of course, is a different thing, and to be able, not that tears are rolling over my cheeks, like how that goes. So yeah, to give a bit contrast, I'm gonna play a heavy one now, just to set the mood a bit different.
Now I am out on the streets, preaching change of seasons.
So that was Do or Die from Guitar Talk from the also 21 version. And actually a song that I wrote already when I was about 16, 17 years old. I'm not sure exactly when, but I found it back on a cassette that was dated 1989. So it could be the end of 99 or the beginning, so 16 or 17. So that was what it was. So yeah, that's an old song, an oldie. So sang by Ollie Oldenburg, and that's a singer that I know already for many years. Great singer, great voice, love him really very much, and yeah, glad he agreed to sing on this. Alright, the next one is also from Resurrection, from my album for 23, and this is The Truth, featuring Sascha Burkhardt. And Sascha is also, if people gonna see my Iron Maiden tribute soon, I mean, we have a lot of gigs coming up in the Netherlands the coming weekends. Coming weekend we play in Roosdaal, that's near to Brussels, on a festival, and yeah, Sascha singing in my Iron Maiden tribute called Power Slave. So if you see that band around, you can see me live, you can see me play some Iron Maiden tunes. And but this is Sascha singing his own singing line on a song of mine, and this is The Truth.
On me.
was The Truth from the album Resurrection that came out 2023. So all my albums are available on every streaming platform. So you can find them on Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, whatever your service is. I think it went up to more than 50 different ones. So it should be on one that you also know, probably, yeah. And some albums are still also available as hard copies on CD. So the X, my latest album, is still available a few ones. We don't have that much left, so I mean, when they're gone, they're gone. So be quick. You can get them on my website. If you go to marcelcoenen.com, there's a section called the X information, and if you go click there, and there you find a link where you can buy, for instance, the X, but you can also buy Guitar Talk 2020 version, so 21 version actually, and you can even buy t-shirts from the Guitar Talk CD. So yeah, if you like, just visit my website, marcelcoenen.com. I'll link it in the chat description as well. So that's this. Let me write that down. There you go. So hello everyone. So hello Verpy, Solar Flare, Cedric, and Metal Gaming. Cool to see you guys and girls, I suppose. Yeah. So yeah, let me play something else. Let me play something proggy that you might know from my past. This is Bloodlines, Sun-Gauged. So an old Suncase song for you guys, for Bloodlines, from the Artemisia records that came out in 2007. So yeah, also quite a while ago, right? So in 2 years, that's 20 years old. We are getting old, yeah. Gray beard, slowly getting there, yeah. That's how that goes. So yeah, that's all the way, from my prog past, and yeah, that's just a band that I totally miss, to be honest. So who knows what happens in the future? I don't know. Let's do another solo track, and this is from my latest album, and that's The X. This is called It's Over Now. Is it running? No, it's not. Hello. Okay, there it goes. it's over now, and that's all came from the X, my latest album. So check it out on the streaming services, or get a hard copy if you have a CD player installed in your car or something and you want to really play a CD with some nice artwork. I mean, there's an ugly guy inside, but that doesn't matter. Anyway, yeah, so for the guitar nerds here, I have an FM9 fractal device laying on the floor. There all my sound comes from, so that's really the majority of my of my sound here. And that's really there's a little pedal board next to it, and that has only you know, like a phaser effect. That's the EVH Phase 90. For that kind of sound, of course. I have my whammy pedal, which is a whammy DT, and I love it because it has the whammy function. But it has also a detune function, so I can set my guitar in D. So yeah, and I have a freak out pedal from Digitech, which makes this. So that gives actually feedback, and that I like a lot too, because normally I did it always before my amp, you know, before the cabinet. And that still works because I still play hybrid live. So I have live my XFX3 with a floorboard and everything. But underneath there's a 4x12 cabinet from Marcel. And there's a power amp also in my rack, which is a what is it? A Matrix GT1000. So that really gives a lot of power, and that sounds great, you know, over the old cabinet. So in this I use to make the feedback, or if I'm standing in front and I don't, or if I play with in-ears, then I can use the freak out to just simulate it a little bit. So that's cool. And yeah, I mean the FM9, of course, yeah, that's true. The FM9 is pretty expensive. I mean, fractal spell stuff is in general more expensive than the rest. But you also get way more. You get about 300 plus amps. You get more than 2,000 IRs already built in, and you can you get so many different effects. I mean, almost everything is in here, and that's really the cool thing. I mean, if you look at Line 6, for example, I mean, I had a Line 6 Helix before this, and I mean the Line 6 had 65 amps, and just a number of effects. Actually, the effects were cool. They sounded good. Also, the amps sounded pretty good in the Helix. But I mean, if you see what you get here with an FM9, that's just you can do everything, every configuration that you want. And I'm a tweaker. I like to tweak. I like to really make my own sound in this. And I could really recreate my old rig in this, which is great. I mean, I used to have this Marshall JMP1, the golden one, in my rack, which I used for years as my preamplifier. And I had a Mesa Boogie, a power amp, and Marshall cabinet, and I used some EQing also from the Rockton Replifex that I used back then for the effects. And I mean, I made that whole sound I made in here. That's really the rhythm sound that you hear. That is the model that is in here from the JMP1, and yeah, then with a little bit EQ after it, so just to make a little bit frequencies. I mean, I can share my screen so you can see it. Let's see if it does it. FM9 edit, yes, that's fine. Then show it, please. Why isn't it showing it? Oh, because it's not open. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, FM9. I have to open the app, else it doesn't do it. So there you go. That's the app. And now it should be possible to have it in there. Normally, I don't want foobar in there. That's my no. This don't want this one. No. Vensteropname, vensteropname 2, so. And then I want the FM9 edit. Yes, that's right. That's it. Okay, and I want a little bit the opnamemethode. Yeah, zoals titelbar. Okay. So now you can see my screen, which is the now you can see me, but it doesn't matter. This is my my FM9 screen, so you can see what I have in there. And if you see here, this is the input, just nothing special. There's a little gate at the front. Then I'm using the amp. That's the first thing that I use. And this is as you can see, the JMP Overdrive 1, and that's the JMP 1 preamp from Marcel. That's modeled in here. I didn't do any special things here. The only thing I did is I put a little boost in front just to have a little bit more gain. And I think in power tubes I selected EL34 SVAT because I kind of like them a little bit better than the others. But for the rest it is just the standard versions. Then there is an EQ, and the EQ, you see, it is very subtle. It is just a few little things, but if I let you hear how it sounds without, so this is with, that's without. So there you go. That's just gives me my special sauce there. And yeah, that is really what I like a lot. There's a gate also after the amp that just gets rid of all kind of noise. There's a little reverb, just a studio reverb. There's an enhancer which makes the sound a little bit stereo, so it's called also a stereoizer here in the Fractal stuff. And it goes to my standard cabinet, which are the 75 watt speakers, as you can see, from Ownhammer. That's a little package that I bought from Ownhammer, which are great IRs. They sound exactly like my cabinet used to. And I pounded hard left and right just to have. And of course, this is very important. So everything above 5000 hertz is cut, and everything below 80 hertz is cut. So this makes it more realistic, the sound. And that's actually what makes this rig kind of special. So that's actually the way. So let me deselect that. Yes. So now it says this. No, I don't want that. So it should be okay. Now you see me again. Yeah. So there you go. So that's actually my my setup, and it is pretty easy, but it is yeah. I can turn it on, off and on effects. I can turn on the delay on this sound. That's delay or chorus. Yeah, my pedal works as a volume pedal. Yeah, and this is actually this preset for the FM9 is actually downloadable at Fractal. What's it called? The Fractal thing where you upload everything. So I uploaded it there. So if you look for my name, you can find me there, and you find my preset, including the IR that I use. So you can get the same sound if you are an XFX user. So FM3, FM9, or XFX 3. So yeah, that's actually the funny thing about it. And I make my sounds here in the studio, and for the XFX, I just have to load this sound into the XFX, and I can use it. That's the really great thing about having two rigs that are both the same brand, and I can just use the sound in there. So that makes it really convenient. And yeah, my guitar. This is a Boel. So maybe a brand that doesn't say you anything, but Boel is a Dutch brand, but they're not in business anymore. So actually, the owner was Huub Boel, so his name is also Boel, Boel, huh? And he made this guitar. So he really designed. I mean, I designed it kind of, and he made it for me. And this is really my signature Boel guitar that I have. And yeah, what can I say about this instrument, man? This is fucking awesome, and it has just everything I want on it. It has a Floyd Rose 1500 on it. It has the Seymour Duncans alike pickups. It has a toggle switch to make my pickups single coil. So yeah, that's basically the guitar. And yeah, I have a couple of other models. I have an Ibanez. I have some chord models. I have some. What is that? That's the rest is actually what I have standing here is all chord for the rest, because I used to have a chord kind of endorsement, but I have a Dean as well, Dean ML model. So that I use in my Pantera cover band. So I look a bit like the Pantera thing, and yeah, that basically is my rig. So in the studio, FM9 with an expression pedal, and live the FC12 with two expression pedals and my XFX3. So that's actually, so live I have the big rig, and the good thing I found that the big rig is really behind me. So it's always safer. Sometimes I play in a smaller bar, and then it is really, like people start headbanging, diving, beer over the pedal boards, etc., etc. And then I don't want that it goes over my FM9. So then better over my floor controller, which I can easily replace, than just my whole XFX or something is broken, because this I can't use. So that's the reason. So yeah, then you know a little bit inside about my equipment and the way I make my sound. And yeah, Headrush Prime is actually pretty good. I mean, I tried it, and it sounds pretty good. I mean, I'm just an XFX user because I like to have options. Just that, because the XFX you get, as I said, more than 300 amps, more than 2000 IRs, really every effect you can imagine. Really, really, really awesome. And that's the reason why I went to the XFX route and to the fractal route, because it is just, and also the way you can route things, it is pretty amazing. So yeah, that's actually the reason. But if you don't need that, then and Headrush Prime is fine, man. That will get the job done, pretty sure. I mean, all the Tonex stuff sounds great. The Helix nowadays sounds great too, with all the updates and all the stuff, all everything that you can buy nowadays. I mean, modeling went such a route the last years, and that's just fucking awesome. And for me, it is convenient. It is convenience. It is the lightweight, everything that comes as a pre with it for the big stages, exactly, because the big stages have always equipment, and then you just you have always your sound with you. That's the good thing, and you can just put it in the return. It can go to with XLR to the PA, and you sound always the same. That's what I like about this system, and it doesn't matter to me if it is modeling or whatever. But this is convenience. It is really convenient. I can make sounds here in the studio. I can upload it to my XFX. To be honest, it is too easy to not do it, in my opinion. So that's why I chose that route. And of course the XFX stuff, you can route everything. You can make your own sound in it, and I did. I made my own sound in it. My sound doesn't sound like anything that was already programmed in the XFX, so that's the good thing about it. It is really, really what I hear, I want to hear. It's also the sound. So that's pretty much how that is. And this is important to know. And yeah, you know, all these things add up to you know. And actually, my Pantera patch. Check out this. This is really. I mean, I have to take my Dean actually for this, but this. I mean, I sold my Randall for this. I mean, I had a Randall, really the RG100 ES that Dimebag used, but this sounds killer. So yeah, what can I say? I mean, this is just so easy to make presets. For my Iron Maiden tribute, I made, of course, an Iron Maiden sound. Here, this is my Iron Maiden sound. Sounds like Maiden, right? That sound. I mean, it's really easy actually to make a Maiden sound. You just need a Marshall, some kind of Marshall, and preferably the JCM 800 or the JMP, and this is what I use. Without any extra EQ, without any extra sauce, it is just that amp, and that sounds already like Maiden. You know, that's how that is. Same thing with my Gary Moore sound. I mean, I have a Gary Moore tribute band. That sounds very different. This is my Gary Moore sound. So this really uses different speakers, different IR, because yeah, Gary has also used, you know, like different speakers to make his own sound, and this we do as well to make it really the Gary Moore sound. Same goes with you know, all my cover bands actually. I mean, I made sounds for really my my bands. You know, we played Owner of Lonely Hearts. We did in the set. And a little so yeah, this is really, you know, so convenient to just have, you know, this possibility. So that's why I'm using this. But as I said, I could almost get the same thing also with Line 6 Helix. For me, the XFX and also FM9 was just easier and a little bit better, and that's why I got that. But yeah, I know it is expensive, so just think about what you buy, man, and something like you like. I mean, Barracuda, man. That's what I mean. It's all in here, you know. You can all make that, and of course you have to make your own presets a little bit. I mean, there is a preset Barracuda, but it is not that great. I just made my own, and that's really. I mean, I made presets for my own songs, of course. Some different kind of presets, and let me do a song with a different preset. So this is also a preset that I have for my songs. It's my little Eric Johnson alike. So that, but not that much gain, you know. It is really an old JTM 45 Marshall, and I mean I compared the two. I had a little one here, and I compared it with the XFX, and I don't hear a fucking difference. I mean, it is really, I mean, they really capture well, and you know, nowadays it is, and I really think so. And I mean, all the people that say it is not true, they should wash their ears, in my opinion. I'm gonna play a track with this JM45 setting, and this is also from Resurrection. And let me put this down because then I can see you again. Okay, and this is where is it? I have to find it. This is I Was Wrong. was also a song from my album Resurrection that looks like this. And that came out 2023. And that had some instrumentals and some with vocals. And this was Esther Bruns, who also sung the lead melody in the song It's Over Now that you heard me play before here in the live stream. That was also her voice. And discovered her a few years ago. Really awesome singer. And happy to work with her on some songs. Great voice, great lyrics, great singing lines. I like that. So yeah, there you go. And this is really something, like all these things. This sound is really. I mean, there's nothing spicy about this. It's pretty easy to play. I like songs, man. I like songs. Let's just like the chorus. It's really like. Open chords. Just some open, good old chords, Sometimes it doesn't have to be difficult to be a good song, And that's something I try to nowadays way more, just to write good songs and to have great melodies, and this is way more important than be able to shred, in my opinion. And but to have best of both worlds, I think that's even better. So that's what I try to do. So yeah, there you go. And this was then with this sound, and with this same sounds, I'm gonna do now a track that's an instrumental from that same album. This is called Anti-Showphobia. Antishophobia, a song that little bit more in that little bluesier kind of way, but with a rock attitude. And that's what I like. I like a lot of players, you know, that have a little bit more like a bluesy edge, but rocky players. I mean, um, the players that I really dig: Eric Johnson, Steve Morse. You know, these are great players that are a little bit more in that different direction. Scott Henderson, I really think he's amazing. Like more jazzy also, but also some great blues attitude playing. Steve Ray Vaughan, he did some great blues back in the day. And these are the play, you know. Gary Moore, of course, was always a big influence. And these are the players I have more this kind of feeling from. You know, it's like playing a little bit more with some beautiful tone, like. There's really not a lot of gain. It is really like a very. It is just you know, a power amp that is cranked a little bit. It is like a jumped JM45, so there's a little bit of power amp in there, but it just makes it a little bit. And that's what I mean with XFX. You can really do these things. You can really like experiment with Variax. You can experiment with everything, you know, like they did in the 70s a lot with amps, you know, like getting more gain out of them and blowing up amps. I mean, I know Eddie Van Halen blew up a lot of amps because of this, but yeah, I mean, this just works, you know. You get a different tone, you get something from yourself, and this is what I also did here, like the sound. That's really a different sound. And I dig that. I really think that's great. But it's also my taste, so there you go. Again. Here we go again. Yeah, okay. Right. Let me do an older track here. And one that I haven't played for a time. Human Experiments with Pascal Remans on the vocals. I have to take a different scene for this, so this is okay, yes. Here it comes. also an oldie that I think I found the tape back from 1989 also where I had this on. The same tape as where also that Little Do or Die was from. So yeah, these are all songs from 89, 88, 89. Yeah, we're all getting old, right? But it doesn't matter. We just keep on playing. And this song is available on the Guitar Talk 2021. That's just to let you see again this album. And yeah, this you can also find on all streaming platforms, so check it out. And it has Pascal Remans singing the voice. Great singer, great friend of mine. So yeah, and he also played the second guitar solo normally in the song. So I now did my own version of it, but actually his is pretty cool too. He's a great guitarist as well. So I was looking at Dweezil Zappa interview this afternoon, and I saw Dweezil had the same strap as I have. That's funny. That's really funny. I was like looking at it, like, that strap looks familiar. I was looking at my, oh, they have the same. So yeah, sometimes that happens. But this one I bought just because it fits this guitar well, you know. Yeah. And how you guys like my Dude t-shirt? Yeah, I'm a big fan of that movie, man. That's one of my favorites ever. So yeah, there you go. Doing a ballad for you guys. And this is Inner Alchemy. So there you go. Also from that album, Guitar Talk 21, that was Inner Alchemy. And actually the first instrumental ballad that I wrote. And I had it already on the very first demo that I made. It was also called Guitar Talk. And there were just 4 songs on it. And Inner Alchemy was one of them. So yeah, that's funny. That was really, I think that first demo was from 1998. Yeah, 98 I made the first demo of Guitar Talk. That had 4 songs. Or was it 97? 97 or 98? Something like that it was. And yeah, there I really did that solo thing a lot. And yeah, that was... I think Inner Alchemy was on there. There was Race Against Time, Shoreline, and I think Independence Day were on that demo. So these 4 songs were on there, and the rest is all written after this time, except for Rebel. That's also an old song that I just took. Fairy Tale is a little bit older. That's written together with Frank Faber from Limo Voice. And the rest is all a bit newer. Yeah. That's between 89 and 2002, something era written. And for the Shredders, Race Against Time. So that was also on that demo, that first solo demo that I did, and of course on the Guitar Talk 2021 version as well. This was that new version with real drums, real bass, real guitars. So that's exactly what I wanted. So because you know the old version of Guitar Talk was that was drum machine basically. The drum machine had also the program keys and the program bass in it. So yeah, I wanted to have that played by real good musicians. So this is what Guitar Talk 2021 is. So yeah, same energy, just played with real musicians. So that's what I think about it. Yeah, definitely cool. So if you guys, so check it out on the socials. So it's everywhere. Let me say hi to. Oh man, there's a lot of activity in the chat. I see a lot of things going on here. So hello everybody. So Jeroen, Natasha, some Dutch people here as well. Cool, that's cool. From Nijmegen. Nijmegen, cool. That's not too far from here. I mean, I live in Weert, so Weert is just below Eindhoven, so it is not that far from Nijmegen. So I think maybe an hour drive, something like that. Yeah, pretty cool. Metal Gaming, Abraxas. Doesn't ring a bell. Sorry, man. But if you want, you can always send me a link or something, and I can check it out. But that doesn't ring a bell. Where are they from? Is it an American band or I don't know. I never heard them. I'm also not that big of a prog fan, to be honest, myself. I mean, I like some older shit, some older heavy metal stuff in general. So like this. You know, that kind of stuff I like. Raven, Anvil, that kind of more that metal. Yeah, I'm a metalhead. So that's how that goes. That's also what my solo stuff is more about. It's a little bit more that old school kind of metal attitude in there, definitely. And yeah, why not? Let's just do another one that has that a little bit in there. And this is also an older one. Let's see if I still remember this. This is a pretty long time ago, but Rebel. Also a song from 1989. So that's the other older one that I included on Guitar Talk, also the first version. So yeah, Rebel, a really old one that is also written when I was about, and you can definitely hear my influences that I had back then, for sure. But yeah, that's there's even a riff in that that's a little bit, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna tell. You have to find out yourself. Okay, so I make it a bit exciting for you guys to find out what that is. Um, yeah, let me do that one. That's pretty cool. I This song is deep for me because Joyce Dijkgraaf, the singer, she's not around anymore. She died in a car accident in 2013, so it's quite a while ago. But I mean, it's her voice on this next track. This is Still Bleeding. Joyce Deegraaf, rest in peace. My God, yeah. On the vocals on this song, and Still Bleeding. That's from the Color Journey records that came out. The first version in 2006. This one, and I put a remixed and mastered version in 2024 on the socials again, because the sound could improve a little bit in my opinion, and you just heard also the mix that was new. So yeah, that's also an album that's kind of special because of songs like this. And yeah, that's just how I write, you know. I write with people, things happen, shit happens, and still, you know, I'm always just trying to make great music. And songs for me on the first place, that's a thing that is so true. I mean, people think always, you know, shredders have no soul, shredders play with only fast. I was never that way, just to play fast. I always liked the melody. I always liked the melody first. Good songs, memorizable, you know, melodies, all hooks, all kind of stuff. Songwriting is so important to me, and just, you know, have great songs in general. And yeah, I hope you guys hear that, and that's exactly what I'm standing for. So that's definitely my favorite stuff to play. We'll do one more, just to take my standard sound for this again. Or shall I do? No. Let me take a different one with a different sound. This is a sound that I use a bit different again, and this takes a Silver Jubilee Marshall. And there's a space sound in this. And that's what I mean with fractal stuff, man. That's so fucking awesome. Not today, Solar Flare. Thursday again. Thursday. I do that every Thursday. So it would be nice to see you in the channel again. Yeah, that was fun, right? Last weekend, and I do it already for more than 15 years. Every Thursday, from 22 till 1 o'clock. So yeah. But that's Thursday. So today's Tuesday. So yeah, you have a little time. Stuff going on, right? Anyway, this song is called Move That Groove. Something different. So there you go. That was Move That Groove, also from the Guitar Talk 2021 album. And well, thank you for tuning in again today for the live stream. Um, Maybe do another this week, because this week I still have holidays, so I have time to do it. And maybe let's see, man. That's always fun to do this, and I hope you had a good time. See you again next week, or next time, better said. Maybe this week, maybe next week. Next week, maybe on Friday, Saturday. And yeah. So enjoy. Thank you for watching. Bye bye. Cheers.